Social norms are the unwritten rules of behavior considered acceptable within a specific group or culture. They guide how people act, think, interact in various social situations. These norms can be descriptive or injunctive. Social norms are learned, maintained through social expectations and sanctions. In this video, I'll be talking about goofy ass social norms. So these are things that I don't agree with, that are considered acceptable to our world. So the first one is males must approach the woman. I don't agree with this on every kind of level, because I feel like things should be equal. They should be 50-50. And I know things can never be equal because we are not equal. Like a man is built masculine, a woman is built feminine. But in this case, I believe in 50-50 because I would rather I approach you and you approach me. Because what if I stop approaching women because I don't believe in approaching women? I feel like things should happen organically. I shouldn't try. Let's say I live in that world, right? Then there's a woman out here doing the same thing, and her problem could be that she's chopped. Because 9 times out of 10, ain't no nigga approaching a chopped female, dog, unless if the guy is chopped. Because you be having babies that are chopped because both parents are chopped. So in that case, probably somebody could approach her. But in a world where everything is so superficial, it's so Instagram and all of that shit, people want good looking things and you can't really blame them. So let's say this woman, right, she chooses not to approach a man because that's what society told them, and she's chopped. So what happens is that she goes through her teenage years without kissing a boy. So now that whole world is foreign to her. She doesn't understand it. She goes through the stages of being an early adult, like through college. While people are being hoes, she's choosing to be a church girl, which is something that's commendable. It's honorable, but it's a problem because you still haven't explored this other side of you. Then she goes in her 30s and still she chooses not to approach men because that's what she's told by society.
Why are you running?
Mind you, I told you she's chopped, so most likely she won't get somebody to approach her. But there's a small percentage that there's that one chopped guy that's willing to go for anybody because he's desperate. So in that case, that lady would end up not having babies. Let's call her a woman, whatever. She'll end up not having babies because she has never been approached by a guy, because she never thought to approach the guy. Okay, think about this. 9 times out of 10, a man wants anything that is 2 legs, bro. So if a female, even if she's chopped, if a female pulls up and she says, hey yo, I want you, bro, a nigga who's gonna say yes. That's what happened to me when I was a kid. That's how I got my first girlfriend. She told me she liked me and I never even thought I liked her, but I said yes, because who says no to a female, dog? Unless bro, you on that gay shit, then you're probably gonna say no to a female. So this is wrong. Women should start approaching men because they have feelings too. If you have something that you like, you go and take it. It's like if I like blueberry ice cream, so I'm gonna live my whole life not going to buy blueberry ice cream because the world tells me not to buy it? Bro, nigga, fuck the world, bro. I'm gonna go to the shop and I'm gonna take as much blueberry ice cream as I want. So, hey man, I made every kind of example about that shit. You probably understand what I mean, or you probably don't. Okay, let's go to the next social norm. That's goofy as fuck. So, not looking at an adult's eyes when speaking. So this happens mostly with African people. More specifically black people that come from apartheid. You know, like parents that come from apartheid, they built different, bro. It's like they got beat the fuck up, so they got this tough skin around them, and they were raised thinking that raising your children with fear is the thing. But the problem with that is a child can never respect somebody that they fears, dog. Bro, if I fear, why the hell would I tell you how I really feel about something? Because I know you're gonna act this specific way. So I would rather not tell you anything because you are raising me to fear you. So I don't like this thing, bro. You know, the eyes reveal a person's soul. So if all the time I'm looking down at the ground and not talking and not looking in your face when I'm talking to you, that creates fear. That creates this low vibration bullshit, because I just don't accept it. People will use you, bro. They will use you because practically you are kneeling to them. When a person is talking to you, looking at you while you're looking at the ground, that means that person is above you. You are kneeling to them, you're submitting to them. I don't agree with submitting to people, bro. It does not matter how old you are, bro. There's something that you don't know about the world. So if you live your whole life thinking that you know everything, then you're stupid as fuck, because not even Einstein knows everything. So when I'm talking to you, I'm gonna look at you in your face, bro. Because 9 times out of 10, your eyes are gonna tell me the truth, and your lips are gonna tell me lies, because that's how it works. The words are just lies. The eyes tell you everything. So we need to stop that. These parents need to stop that. I feel like it's our generation that's gonna stop that, because we're not gonna raise our children with fear. We're gonna raise our children with respect, mutual respect. Because now, if I befriend my child is gonna tell me everything that he's going through, because naturally I am there. He doesn't fear me. But now, if he fears me, he's gonna live his whole life looking at me as an op, or looking at me as a warden, or somebody that's holding authority, which is like the fine line that you have to dance with, being a parent and being a friend. But I would rather be the chilled father that can smoke a joint with my kid, bro. I know what that means, because the child could be doing some crazy shit. He could be befriending wrong people and smoking the wrong thing, because you're not there to guide them. He fears you. So yeah, that's my take on that. The third goofy social norm I'm gonna talk about is college. Bro, we were programmed as kids that college is gonna change our lives. Education is the key to your future. That's what Mandela said, bro. And I partially agree with this. And at the same time, bro, I think this is bullshit, bro. You're lying, dog. So what if, let's say, and let me make an example, right? A child grows up, is a creative child. He likes drawing, he likes painting. A career, the formal definition of a career doesn't fit with him, because he's not built that way. So he goes through the structures of school, primary school, high school, and he ends up taking a career path, because he's told to take a career path. He's programmed to think that going to school will give you a better life, which probably makes sense when you're a kid, because you don't know much. So you go to college, you study this thing that you think is going to work out. The reality after college is that you can't get a job, because shit don't work like that. 50% of graduates, in fact, let me not name any percentages, but I know there's more than 50% of college students that don't have jobs. And I'm the test of that. I am the proof, bro. I'm broke. I have a college diploma, but I don't have a job. So they lied to us, dog. They told us that college was gonna form our future and make it grand, but it was all a lie, bro. All that kid needed to do was focus on what he was naturally gifted at. By that time he had finished college, he would have already made up a catalog or made something of himself with what he's naturally gifted with. So this thing of telling people to go to college, it makes sense for a capitalist world, but it actually fucks up the society, because people they get stuck in a dead dimension, because they don't know how to live beyond what they see. They get trapped in their attachments, and that is a problem, because we live in a spiritual world. The physical is actually fake, because everything starts from within. This computer that I'm recording with was thought of first before it was made. So if you focus on the outside, you are living for instant gratification. That red race is not good, bro. Chasing money your whole life is not healthy, and it's not safe, and it's not gonna get you rich. It's just gonna make you age faster, because you're slaving a 9 to 5. So I would say, bro, just chase your dreams, dog. If you are built in a specific way where you notice that you are creatively inclined, or like you are gifted naturally with creativity, I would rather say focus on that. But for people that have dreams and careers, like a guy wants to be a software developer, a guy wants to be a pilot, a guy wants to be a waiter. Who knows? Maybe a nigga wants to be a waiter. Bro, that could be your dream. And I ain't knocking your hustle. If that's what you want, that's what you want. But as for me, bro, that's not for me. College just wasted my time. I could be further, but everything happens for a reason. So the last social norm I'm gonna talk about is wigs. So this thing of women thinking that they need a wig to look beautiful is wrong, bro. We are sold this thing by the Western world, because now we have been westernized. Now we are trying to look like the white people. That's what we see on our television. They advertise hair products of natural people that have natural long hair, and they say this is how they get natural hair, which is a lie, because those people don't use those products. They just models. So for Africans, we have been fucked up. They fucked us mentally at this point. The prison is no longer physical, it's mental. So women think that they need Caucasian hair to look pretty, which is wrong, because we have our own natural hair. Have you ever seen a woman with natural long dreadlocks, bro? She looks like an Egyptian goddess, bro. She looks like Nefertiti. But nah, we fucked up in the head. We think that we need these products to look good, which is another programming. I don't agree with this. In fact, if I see a woman and she's 10 out of 10, but she has a wig on, that is a no-go. That is a red flag, because that tells me that she's not comfortable with herself. She doesn't believe in having her own hair, or maybe she's chasing this instant gratification of being able to switch up whenever she feels like switching up. But the thing is with natural hair is, that's the spiritual way. You putting this fake thing on top of your head, you actually taking your vibration lower. You need to live the natural life because you were born like that. You have your own hair. Stop pretending like this is your hair. And I get it. You may say that I'm doing this because it looks good. Okay, I get it. I give you that. But 99% of the time you're wearing this wig. Every time we say, okay, let's go out and pop out, you're wearing a wig. That tells me that you believe that wearing a wig makes you beautiful. And that's just wrong, bro. People should just accept who they are and grow their own hair because they have beautiful hair. It's unique. So, hey man, that's enough yapping, bro.